businesses for sure and families have been feeling the effects of higher energy prices and a resulting high cost of living that acts like, as I've always called it, an invisible tax on just about everything. In fact, electricity prices have increased 30% and oil has increased 25% in the past 4 years. Now, we've also heard President Trump speak about the need to, quote unquote, unleash American energy, increasing domestic production and thus lowering prices. So my question is, what does, quote unquote, unleashing American energy look like, and what policies should Americans expect that will ease the burden on families and businesses alike?
Listen, when you have high energy costs, that impacts everything. It impacts gas, on how you bring your product from point A to point B. It impacts electricity. It impacts the construction of things. It impacts everything around us gets impacted by the high energy cost. That's one of the main reasons that we saw the inflation that we saw the last 4 years or so skyrocket, because of the high cost of energy and the government's just burdensome regulations on businesses, the high taxes to the high energy costs through extensive permitting. So we can do a great job within the United States to produce our own energy. If we can go back on a lot of this permitting that is being held up, and we have permitting reform, and we can actually speed up the process and lower on the regulation and allow businesses to go and create these jobs. People often look at government for a solution. In many cases, government has to step out, and the number one role of government is to protect its citizens, to protect its community, public safety. And that includes, of course, police officers and the public safety that we all know, but also in terms of how business operates. It's making sure, and that's through the courts, and that's also through legislation, that government sets a level playing field, an even level playing field. However, when the government steps over and starts over-regulating on businesses and on this industry, we're going to feel it immediately. So we've got several ideas on this. We led with this last Congress in H.R. 1, which was the number one priority of reducing all this regulation. Again, we can look at this big bill approach. One of the things that I've been working on with colleagues on both sides on this is to tackle the energy issue along with the affordable housing issue, for example.